Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode where we share how to overcome various challenges, how to deal with various setbacks and things that have been weighing us down for a very long time, and we've never been able to overcome them. And as I say time and again, that it ends with me. This is where you begin your journey towards overcoming those challenges and breaking free of a cycle that has been weighing you down for a very long time. So today I'm going to share 4 things about addiction's silent slavery. I believe that addiction and slavery are interconnected in one way or another. And I'm going to share 4 things that will show you that if you're into addiction of whatever kind, whether it is an addiction of alcohol, whether it is a smoking addiction, whether it is an internet addiction, whether it is an addiction of whatever kind you may want to reflect on or to mention, or you have been in for a very long time, it is actually tied to slavery, and it has similarities with slavery in one way or another. So I'm going to share 4 things that will help us unpack the whole of this subject, and so that we can get to see how we can be able to come out of the slavery that addiction puts us in or has left us in. And one of the similarities between addiction and slavery is this, that a slave rarely thinks about the need or the importance of getting out of that situation they are in. The slavery situation they are in, they rarely think about how they can get out of it and how they can break free from that particular lifestyle. And the same case applies to addiction. You will find when you have been immersed in a certain addiction and it has become part of your life, most probably there is a high possibility that you rarely think about the importance or how you can get to break free from that particular addiction that has been troubling you for a very long time. And that is very dangerous, because it means that it will take longer for you to break free from that lifestyle if you don't think about it and even begin taking steps towards coming out of that particular lifestyle that has made you a slave in whatever thing you're fighting to rise up against. So the solution in this case is first, as I mentioned even before in my earlier video, that the small strides we take, they add up and they make a huge difference in our lives. So the first thing you need to do in this case is to begin having it in your mind that you have a situation here that you need to get out of, you need to break out of. And once you begin putting that in your mind, the next thing is to begin taking steps towards getting out of that thing that you're struggling to break free from. For example, if it is an addiction of alcohol, if it is an addiction of smoking, you can begin with reducing your intake. I'm not saying that it is going to take one day to break from these things. I'm not saying it is going to take the shortest time. Well, it can, but other times it cannot. But what I'm saying is that you start making those small gradual steps, and with time you find that you break free from these things. So you begin reducing your intake, you begin cutting links with those people that have been leading you to these things slowly, and eventually you will start the journey towards living free of these things that you've been fighting to overcome or prevail against. The second similarity between slavery and addiction is that these particular people that are in slavery, they actually know that they are suffering, but they are not willing to acknowledge it willingly within themselves or even openly. A case in point for them that are in various addictions and are fighting to overcome them or to rise above them and to break free of these things. I believe one of the things that keeps them entangled in that thing is because they know very well in their hearts, yes, that they are suffering because of this lifestyle that they are living. Possibly it is draining all their monies, it is draining their strength, it is draining their confidence, it is taking a toll on them in various ways, and they know very well in their hearts every day, deep down they know that they are suffering, but they have not accepted it in within themselves. And the next thing, they have not also, if it is not within themselves, they have not also willingly opened up about their suffering. So that is the other thing about the similarity between slavery and addiction. In both cases, these individuals are actually suffering, but they are not acknowledging willingly of this suffering they are going through. And this is what you need to do if you want to walk this journey of breaking free of that particular struggle that you're dealing with in your life right now. It is a silent killer, it is a silent drainer, and it will take a toll on you in various ways. So in this case, what you need to do is first to be true to yourself. I believe that you cannot run away from yourself. The truth that is within you remains with you for life. It shall remain as the truth that you always know is the truth about yourself, whether you share it with someone or not, whether you have talked about it or not, whether you lie about it or not. The truth that is within yourself cannot be changed, because within you, you already know that this is the truth about me. So the first thing you need to do is to acknowledge that this is the truth about my life. I am suffering, I am in this particular situation, and it has taken a toll on me, it is still taking a toll on me. And the next thing is to tell yourself, I desire to break free from this thing for me to start a new life and to live a life free of this thing and to tell a different story. I need to break free from this thing. Once you can acknowledge that truth about yourself and tell yourself that you need to start changing things in your life to break free from that thing, and you start that journey, as I will keep sharing time and again, then you will be able to start the journey of breaking free from these struggles that you are dealing with in your life. Remember also, it is not only about addiction. Fear can be a slave that enslaves you. You can be a slave to fear, and it can enslave you. You can be a slave to watching movies, and it takes a toll on you. You can be a slave to anxiety, and it takes a toll on you. So there are so many things that people are struggling with outside there, and they are taking a toll on them, and they are silent about them, but within them they know that for real and for sure they are suffering. So be true to yourself and tell yourself this is the truth about myself, and that you need and desire to change, and then start the journey towards making your life better by breaking free from these things. The third thing that is striking a similarity between slavery and addiction, or the things that people are struggling with out there, is this, is that for a slave, in this case the examples that I am using, for a slave, they think that their solution or their help is with somebody else outside there, and that their help comes from without and not from within. Yes, you can argue that in very many ways, and there is a truth in part in that particular statement. And it is the same thing with them that are fallen into various struggles or addictions in their lives, or various challenges in their lives that they are seeking to break away from. They think and believe, if I may say, that the solution to their struggles and the help they need to rise above the challenges they are dealing with is with somebody else out there. It is from somewhere else outside there, or it is in a particular thing outside there and not within them or around them. A case in point is this: if you are addicted to drinking or smoking, you always imagine that when you're stressed and when things are not working in your life, when you go and get another sip, another bottle, and another one, it will deal with the problems that you're experiencing, that it will handle the issues that you're experiencing. Yet, that will be a one-time good feel situation that only lasts for a very short time, and the issues that you're trying to deal with or handle by taking these things still remain with you. They have not changed. The situation has not changed. It has remained the same, and you're still in the same place, the same situation that you're fighting to rise above or trying to defeat in your life. Well, it is not possible to break free from these challenges and from these things that you're trying to rise above if you think the solution is out there or with somebody else. And one thing I want to tell you is this: that the solution or the help you're seeking to rise above these things that you're struggling to overcome has to begin with you. Yes, I will share even real life experiences. I will share insights with you on how you can rise above these things and break free from these things. But remember that this journey starts with a commitment, and that means it begins with you. The buck stops with you on this one. You have to begin right from where you are. And acknowledge that the help I need starts with me first. And how does it start with you? First of all, by acknowledging that you have an issue that you need to deal with. Secondly, acknowledging that you need help to deal with these issues. So, the thing you need to do to access that help is to find all resources that you need that will help you to break away from this thing, and including the information that we are sharing on this channel. Even as I walk us through this journey, this is a platform where you can come in time and again to come and hear and even gain insight and even listen to real life experiences about how you can be able to break free from those things that you're dealing with. So once you do those things, first of all, acknowledge that the change and the help that I need starts with me acknowledging that you have an issue you need to deal with, and then seeking all the resources and all the help you need to overcome this challenge. If you can talk to someone, talk to that person. If you need to talk to me, I'm open. You can talk to me and let us walk the journey together. If you need to have a sitting with someone that you trust, go ahead and do that so that they can be able to help you begin that journey of breaking free from that particular thing. And let me tell you something. And I say this with a lot of care, with a lot of humility, and with all due respect. This is the thing. You should be ashamed by the fact that you have allowed yourself to remain in that particular thing that you're seeking to prevail against. And here is the reason I say this with all humility and due respect, that there is no shame in coming out clean about your struggles. In any case, it helps you big time. There is no shame in coming out and even expressing and sharing the things that you've been struggling with and that you're seeking to overcome, and they are still a burden in your life, and accessing the help you need. That is humility, it is courage, and eventually it has more benefits than keeping it to yourself and suffering for the rest of your life. So the thing you need to do is this, is acknowledge the truth about yourself. Acknowledge that the help begins with you by acknowledging that you need help, and then seeking all the avenues you have around you to access the help you need. And you shall begin the journey, and with time in the future, you shall share different story concerning the things you desire to overcome. The fourth thing, those are already 3 things that I've shared, that a slave and them that are in addiction have similarities. One, we said that they rarely think about the need to get out of these things, the situations that they are in. The second thing, we said that they know that they are suffering, but they do not acknowledge it willingly to themselves or even to somebody else. Then the third thing, we said that such people think their help or their source of even peace or what they need, whether it is to overcome this thing or whether it is to find peace within themselves concerning other areas that they need to access help, is that they think that help comes from without and not from within. And the fourth thing is that These people know the risk of maintaining the status quo, but do not take the initiative to change. They know the risk of remaining in the place where they are in or the situation they are in. They know the risk of remaining in slavery. They know the risk of remaining in addiction, but they are not willing to take the initiative to come out of these particular situations. And that is another dangerous place to be. For example, if you very well know the dangers that present in a particular situation that you are in, even in normal life, you will try as much as possible to avoid that risks. For example, if it is an investment that you do not understand well enough and you have no details about, and you have set aside some money that you need to invest, you will not put that money in that investment until you understand it in totality, or you will seek another investment vehicle where you will put your money to recoup the benefits when the money grows, because you don't want to risk your money and end up losing the finances you have worked so hard to even bring in. That is the same thing that these people know the risk, but they are not willing to take the initiative to change. And so, if you are in this particular situation where you're dealing with a certain challenge, you've been looking for ways to overcome that challenge, you've been trying and trying years and years, months after months, weeks after weeks to overcome this challenge, and it doesn't seem to go away, you don't seem to break free from this thing, then I believe you know it within you, the risks of not coming out of that situation, or the risk of maintaining the status quo. And because you know the risk, just the same way in normal life you cannot afford to take particular risks because you want to protect yourself, you want to protect your family, you want to protect your future, you want to protect the present day that you are in, is the same way you need to exercise the acknowledgement and the initiative of coming out of that particular situation, because you already know the negative effects it will have or it is having in your life. And some of those people that struggle with various issues already have experienced the negative impact of those things they are trying to deal with and they are struggling with. And because you have already experienced the negative impact, it is a call upon your life to start the journey towards breaking free of those particular things that you're seeking to rise against. So, you do yourself a favor to start the journey. You do yourself a favor to start acknowledging that you have this issue that you need to rise against, and you do yourself a favor by knowing and acknowledging that you cannot afford to maintain the status quo. And so, this is what it means, that changing your lifestyle and rising above that challenge is a deliberate initiative that is upon you and that is required of you. If it is getting to gather all the information you need so that you can be able to overcome this challenge. If it is getting to share with a friend, if it is getting to share with your spouse, if it is getting to share with somebody that is a mentor or somebody that is older than you, so that they can help you begin the journey, go ahead and do that as soon as possible, because you cannot afford to maintain the status quo and expect today or tomorrow to be different. It will still be the same. So if you want to break free, do those 4 things that I have said. Counter the 4 things that we have mentioned by taking the steps that I have shared, and you will begin your journey towards breaking free from the challenges that you're seeking to break free from. Oh, I have some friends behind there for today, and well, that is what I wanted to share today, and I believe that as we continue walking together in this journey, that we will be able to see and hear so many stories of lives that are being changed, even through the information that we share on this channel each and every time, each and every moment. So subscribe to this channel and keep it here for more information as we continue learning together and overcoming together. As I have said before, this is the channel where we turn the tables. We change stories about your life. We change stories about your past, and we ensure that tomorrow is a better day by giving you ways of starting a journey that can help you get there. So thank you once again, and let's work together, prevail together, and turn the tables together, and see you on the next one.